Guys, I know what the Gen 10 Pokemon games are. So next year in 2026, it is Pokemon's 30th anniversary. I can't believe it's been 30 years. You know what? It feels like it's been longer than 30 years for Pokemon, you would think, but it's only 30 years. That's pretty crazy. And of course, it's going to be a huge celebration. And this year we have Pokemon Legends ZA coming out. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm going to get the game, but you know, we're going to see how good that is. They still have to show us stuff. They barely show us anything about it. But next year, next year, you know, I would be fine. I would be fine if they didn't make any game at all, so they could work on something and actually complete it for once. But of course, we're gonna get Generation 10. Why? And I actually have confirmation that this is true. I have an uncle that works at Nintendo, and let's just say that he shared some leaks. He might be a little bit of a whistleblower for me. That didn't work. So I have some information about the games, not all information. Some information that he was able to get for me. And so shout out to my uncle who works at Nintendo. I love you. I hope you're watching this. If you are, did you eat all my fucking peanut butter cookies, you little bitch? So first thing I can confirm is it is Generation 10 coming out next year in the holiday season. So Generation 10 holiday 2026 only on Switch 2. So y'all gotta get your wallets out and spend that hard-earned cash, okay? Because you're gonna have to spend like $80 for each game, probably. Buy the $450 system, and yeah. And I'm sure you freaking freaks out there are gonna get the special Switch 2 edition that they're gonna have. So you're gonna have to spend a lot of dough. And I know, you guys, you want to know what the titles of the games are. Well, you might already know them yourselves, actually. It's going to be Pokemon Cyan and Pokemon Magenta. It's come full circle if that's the case. It just makes so much sense. The first 3 games were Pokemon Red, Pokemon Green, and Pokemon Blue. Right? Think about it. RGB. Right? RGB, that is the color model. And then what is the invert of that color model? CMY. Cyan, Magenta, Yellow. And we've already had Pokemon Yellow. So it just makes perfect sense that for the 30th anniversary, the games would be called Pokemon Cyan and Pokemon Magenta. And it fits with the color coding of the games. Every single game, one has a red color coding and one has a blue color coding. If you look at all the game covers, all the legendaries, you know, even black and white, Reshiram has red, Zekrom has blue, right? So Cyan will be blue in this case and Magenta would be red. It just works out. And you know, we actually have another pink game besides Pearl, you know, for them pink lovers out there. And you know, pink's pretty cool. You know? Hey, listen, it's okay if you like pink, okay? It doesn't mean you're any less than anybody else. But if you like salmon, nah, get the fuck out of here. I'm eating you for dinner. I'm not putting you on my clothes. Get out. And also, it makes perfect sense because we just got a remake of Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. They are literally remakes, and those were the first games on the Switch. The first Pokemon games. So the first Pokemon game, specifically for Switch 2, being Cyan and Magenta, it makes too much. There's no way they're not gonna do that. It makes too much sense. And looking at this, it's perfect. Like, I was thinking this myself. And I'm like, yo, they're actually doing it? I was so surprised. But how am I surprised? I mean, I predicted Pokemon Z, so just saying, guys. I did. I'm like, they're gonna be making Pokemon Z next. And they are. I have to brag, you know. You just gotta do it sometimes. A cherry on top. These games are said to be based on a region in Japan. I don't know what the region is. Uncle did not type that in. You know, he's an unk, so he's not very good with the computers. In fact, his typing is all over the place. It was in like code, you know. I had to like, at least it appeared to be. Maybe he didn't want it to look like code, but it looked like code, and I had no clue what the fuck he was writing down. Oh, but he also wrote here a side note. It might be Greece. I don't really know. I'm not good at geography. I think that's what he says. So, okay, so Japan, Greece. You know, Greece would be pretty cool. I just went there recently, actually, last year. So, going back there in Pokemon would be pretty cool. And a Minotaur fire starter. Yo, if that is the only humanoid starter I want. Because Minotaurs are actually cool. I was hoping that Paldean Tauros evolved into a Minotaur Pokemon, but he did not, sadly. So yeah, we got Japan, Greece. Probably Japan. Probably Japan. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to say that Greece is a region in Japan, which is not true. Again, his memory's not too great. Poor Unk. And it says here about 151 new Pokemon. Oh, that matches Red and Blue, right? 151 new Pokemon. I hope so, because, you know, the generations recently, the Pokemon have not been many. You know, they've gotten incrementally larger since Gen 6, X and Y, but still, like Black and White, I think had 151 new Pokemon. So if this is like Black and White, where we get that, I would love that. And another thing I would love, it does not say here. Oh wait, yeah, no, I don't think that's the case. I don't think this is the case, but I loved how Black and White had it. So in the main game, you could only catch the new Pokemon. I love that shit. Everyone complained about that crap, but that's why they probably never done it again. But I would love that again. You know. And if they have to add, like, you know, some old Pokemon to balance out the game more, then, you know, that makes sense. But mostly new Pokemon. Like, I always make sure I use new Pokemon every time I start a new game, though. Ah, but this makes perfect sense. This is what I was thinking. The game will have real-time battles, just like Pokemon Legends ZA. And apparently the game itself is really inspired by the Pokemon Legends game. Finally, okay, I was so happy when they announced Pokemon Champions, because I'm like, oh my god, yes, this is what I said they should do. They have to make a Pokemon battle sim, have all the VGC video game champion stuff in that app or whatever game, right? In that simulator. And then they can do whatever the fuck they want to do with the main games. We don't have to rely on Legends to have a unique experience. But, you know, either way, Game Freak, you know, they fuck it up because they don't know how to fucking make video games and don't give themselves enough time or resources or people or help or anything like that. Fucking idiots. But oh, I just want Pokemon to be good, man. But yeah, this has real-time battles, which I hope those are fun. That is the main thing, like, selling me on ZA right now, besides it being the new Pokemon game, is the real-time battles. I want to see how that works. I expected them to do something like that eventually. And yeah, I want to see how that works and how it evolves in Pokemon Cyan and Magenta. Okay, it doesn't say anything about gimmick, and I really hope there's not a gimmick. I hate the gimmicks. The only gimmicks that actually, like, worked were Mega Evolution and Terra. You know? Terra, though, I don't like because the crown, that giant shit on their head looks fucking retarded. Like, what the fuck is that? But the concept of changing your type to a different type is just a very cool mechanic. Yeah, it's a very cool gimmick. Same with Mega Evolution. So maybe they'll bring over Mega Evolution from ZA into the next games. I don't know. I mean, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee had Mega Evolution. But I really hope there's just no gimmick. He doesn't say anything about a gimmick here. Oh, this is cool, and it makes sense. Old characters return. Now, I don't know what that means, but old characters. He doesn't write down any characters. I'm guessing. I'm gonna throw it out there and say we're gonna see Professor Oak. You know. Oh, oops. We're gonna see Professor Oak. I just have a feeling, you know. Or like You know, maybe he has another cousin that looks just like him. Maybe instead of Samuel or Samson, his name will be, or maybe it'll be a girl named Samantha, and he, you know, she just looks just like him, and that's actually kind of scary. Why did I think about that? Maybe it'll be Blue's mom. Like we don't know where Blue came from. You know, he doesn't have a mom. And then I wonder if there'll be something like the battle tree in Pokemon Sun and Moon, where you could fight these trainers. You know, because that was really cool about Sun and Moon, is that they incorporated all these different characters from other games. You know, Sword and Shield, fucking Scarlet and Violet, they didn't do that at all. There was no old characters at all in those games. It kind of just makes them feel like they're separate from the rest of the Pokemon world. And I don't like that. Like, seeing familiar faces really brings things together. And the game will be open world. Okay, that's fine. Open world. Oh, but there will be cities that you can actually walk inside. You can actually go in buildings. Okay, that's what they're saying. That's what he's saying. That you can actually walk in the buildings in this game. It was that important that he put it in the notes. In Scarlet Violet, you can walk into any building, and if you did, it's a basic ass building that's copy and pasted in every fucking place. Oh my goodness. Oh my, Scarlet Violet's so bad. I still want to see how the game plays on Switch 2. I haven't played it yet, but God, those games suck, man. Oh, and then the final thing here. This is the biggest news. Pikachu is in the game. It is confirmed by Uncle Vinio, Uncle Games, who works at Nintendo. Pikachu is in the game. You guys do not have to worry. You guys do not have to fret. You guys don't have to jump off upside of a building. That's like 2 polygons. Pikachu is in the game. I'm fucking getting tired of that little rat. I really am. Like, I see him fucking everywhere. When is he not gonna be in the game? But he's here. He's here. Of course he is. He's a mascot. That's it. That's the decoded message that Unc sent me. Pokemon Cyan and Pokemon Magenta. Those are our Generation 10 Pokemon games coming out for the 30th anniversary on the Switch 2. Holiday 2026. Let's go. I'm looking forward to it. But we got one game at a time here. We gotta focus on Pokemon Legends ZA. And hopefully that game is fun. I don't expect it to be great at all, but I hope it's fun, because Legends Arceus was really fun and really cool and just different. This game, you know, we'll see how it is. I really hope they're good. I just want Pokemon to be good again. You know, I really do. Like, honestly, the latest games just, they lack something. They lack a charm. You know, they lack passion. You know, passion that was in Legends Arceus. I saw that passion in that game, you know? I want to see that now in the main series again, because we have not had that for a long time. Like, I want to see how much the developers love this game, their passion, their creativity. I want to see it all come out. That's why I'm excited about this real-time battle system, because they're actually being creative for once, something new, something different, and I like it. Let's do it. Why not? I just want Pokemon to be great, and hope these games are great. But they're probably gonna end up being shit fucking games, and I'm gonna fucking bang my head against the wall. Oh, you're excited about your new game coming out, Fampy? Well, there's something I gotta tell you. Well, that's not a real game, Vampy. I made that for the video. It's fake. It's not an actual game coming out. I'm sorry. I know you were excited being a mascot, but it's fake. Vampy, wait, Vampy, wait, hold on now, Vampy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll fix this. I promise. Wait, Vampy. Look.